Hello, my fellow oddities. Welcome back to another episode. If this is your first time, please make sure you visit my website. Also, go ahead and hit that subscribe and that like button. And now we're just going to get right into today's video. So just like with the Merry Christmas patch, today's episode is going to consist mostly of just doing all the fine details. First thing I did though was to add in some more depth by going back and forth between lighter and darker hues of the reds. And for that, I just mixed in some Mars black and some titanium white to get the lighter and darker hues of the red that I wanted, and just played around with the correct sides. Remember, my shadows are going to be on my lower left-hand side and my highlights are going to be on my upper right-hand side. Keeping that in mind, I just went through I think about 6 times going back and forth between progressively lighter and darker hues just to get the depth that I really wanted before I went back through and added in all the lines. Also, just like the Merry Christmas patch, these lines I know I could have done a little bit easier using a comb brush, but I just get so much more control using a fine line brush. It makes the lines a lot smaller and less uniform, and I find it gives it a more natural look to it. Now doing the gold thread is essentially the same idea as doing the reds, just going back and forth with the lighter and darker hues, then going back in and adding in the lines. And finally, to help tie everything in, we're going to add in our shadows. This, we're just going to use some watered down Mars Black and just kind of spread it around, using my finger every now and then to kind of wipe off the dark areas that are just a little too heavy. And that's going to be about a wrap for this episode. If you've been following along, then you should have ended up with something relatively close to this. All right, these have been a lot of fun. These greeting cards will be available sometime soon in my website. Please make sure you visit that. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like and share and all that stuff. And I will see you in the next episode.